In 3 months, I made a horror game about a cowboy and sold it on Steam. A lot of people got scared by the game.
Oh my god!
A lot of developers talk about how important it is to start really small and to make small games.
Oh, small game.
Make something small.
Make a 15-minute game.
Making smaller games.
So to put the small scope advice to the test, we did this 3-month challenge.
3 months?
To make a game and release it on Steam. In the 1 week, there was a lot of issues.
Mission failed.
Before we even decided to make a horror game, we looked to Stephen King's The Dark Tower for inspiration, as well as the game Journey, which I had recently played for the first time, as I really liked the idea of a cowboy looking up at a giant tower. The silhouette of a cowboy up against this giant tower is just really cool. And in Journey, I really like the fact that there's always this giant pillar of light and mountain that you're looking up to, and you have like a very clear goal and objective. First, I got the default Unity robot running around to test my movement controller, and the idea was actually to make a Faudian horror game, a mashup between the two genres, where you'd be climbing up this tower, and already at this point we knew that the tower would be upside down, and as you're climbing the upside down tower, you could fall and you'd have to go all the way back up, like a classic Faudian game. My challenge was making a balancing mechanic, but I couldn't quite get the balancing to be both feeling good and difficult. Basically, it felt really good to balance, but it was way too easy. And in general, mixing two different genres is way higher scope. We should have even ever attempted for a 3-month project. So we decided to switch focus to making a narrative-focused horror game about a cowboy ascending an inverted floating tower. Bjorn finished the first version of the cowboy in that first week, and I replaced the robot with him. To allow players to explore the upside-down tower, I replaced Unity's gravity with my own and made a gravity flipping mechanic. Our first version of the game explored all of the mechanics we'd use for the final game: walking, gravity flipping, interacting with things, jump scares, cutscenes with dialogue and voice acting.
They gaze upon you through their old bodies.
But this was just the start. By the end, we'd have 6 unique monsters, 10 plus levels, multiple possible endings, and somehow get over 1,000 wish lists in 1 week. If you'd like to see more devlogs, then be sure to subscribe. Besides the 3-month deadline we had for releasing the game in October, in early October we needed to release a demo for the game and therefore have already a polished vertical slice of the game.
There's no way. No way.
As we wanted to participate in Steam's Next Fest, which is a huge opportunity for indies to get exposure for their games. We wanted this demo to represent the full game and excite people for the game, so we needed it to have a bit of everything and be representative of the final game. Starting with the demo having our first monster, a clown spider. With inverse kinematic and Bjorn's 3D modeling, we had a creepy crawler dynamically animated and running around. We took inspiration from PT and a game called Exit 8, which basically the core concept is looping hallways or looping floors that you can then mess with players' expectations. And in our game's case, it was a looping study hall. My favorite kind of horror are things like Alien and H.P. Lovecraft. It's not immediately in your face what the monster is, and it's built up. You catch glimpses of the monster. So for the demo, I wanted to do similar, teasing the clown spider and having one of the first jump scares be the monster running past you instead of jumping directly in your face. I storyboarded out a lot of the story, and I finished the entire script for the game, as I didn't want any inconsistency between the demo and the full game in terms of the story. It was really cool to reconnect with my passion for storytelling. Bjorn also remade the cowboy character for the demo, because we knew that we wanted him remade for the final game, and the new model was sexy. Finally, I made a dialogue system with a neat node-based editor, which made actually setting up all the dialogue trees and different choices in the game much easier. We were nervous for the demo release and Next Fest. We had never done either before, and luckily things kind of worked out. It was positively received. There was some fun Let's Plays and reactions to the demo.
Holy shit. Okay. Down we go. Whee! Oh, creepy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
If you'd like to try the game for yourself, there's a link down below to the Steam page. It's only $5. And even if you don't like horror games, it's a great way to support me and what I'm doing as a game developer and YouTuber. During the week of Next Fest, the demo got the game over 1,000 wish lists in 1 week. the full game was meant to release in October, we had to work all throughout Next Fest and afterwards, get the final game done. Before this game, I had never implemented Steam achievements or cloud saves, and with my schedule, I had to finish them in one day, as well as obviously just even learn how to do it. And it was like this for most parts of development, where I had to learn new things and then just immediately do them and finish them for the game. From animation to IK rigging, to voice acting,
Welcome, lost soul.
to implementing and creating new sound effects. There was a lot of different things I had to do. Bjorn had to finish modeling all of the monsters for the game, which was also no small task, and he helped a lot with building out the levels for the game, the design for the levels, for some of the levels doing them pretty much entirely by himself, just with the basic concept and a little bit of direction from me. Release day came for the game, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I'm really proud of the game Bjorn and I made, and the reception to the game was better than I thought it would be. It has nothing but positive reviews on Steam. People in general have really enjoyed the game. We even got nominated for a Bite Me Games Award for art. We didn't win, but that's okay. And there was a lot of fun Let's Plays, everything from really funny Let's Plays.
I watched the trailer for all of 5 seconds and I was hooked. Jumping away! Yeehaw! Item. Find your first key. Oh, okay.
What was that? Okay, James.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna be scared. No, I'm not gonna be scared. I'm gonna be fine. Ah!
I got people, okay? I got people with my jump scares. And it's fun to watch people scream sometimes. And I'm happy that people gave the game a shot. I think there's a lot that goes into game development that you don't really think about. I basically just worked on the game 24/7, and that was hard. I'm really happy with how the game turned out, but I didn't even have time to work on this devlog until after. I want to try and have a better work-life balance going forward, but Bjorn and I achieved what we set out to do. We finally made a game that we're both proud of. Even months later, we're really happy with Tower of Madness. Thank you. Bye. Cinema.